Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope whatever you're doing, you're having a fantastic day. Today I am showing you one of my oldies but favorite recipes of all time, and this is such an amazing lunchbox filler, morning tea snack for the work office, whatever it might be. So I want to show you how simple and quick it is to make these beautiful muesli bar type things in your Thermomix or thermocooker if you haven't got a Thermomix. This recipe is perfect for a TM31, TM5 or TM6, and I'm going to do it manually, so you'll need your notepad and pencil if you want to be able to do this later. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa Keegan. You are watching on my YouTube channel. Do remember to like and subscribe so that you can then get to your email accounts the updates as I put new videos up every couple of days. If you want to be inspired daily though, go to my Facebook page, Lisa Keegan Thermomix Consultant, and you will find daily live videos. Me cooking stuff real in my kitchen right here for my family, or more so my pantry. Anyway, let's get started. I need my scales for this recipe because it's a manual recipe. The first thing that's going to go into my Thermomix is butter, 120 grams of butter. Okay, so in this goes, cut into chunks, 134, that will do. And now we're going to put on top of that 200 grams of honey or rice malt or maple, whatever your liquid sweetener of choice might be. So I've got rice malt here. Cooking for a family of 6, we do a lot of things in bulk, one of which is buy our dry goods and stuff in bulk. So 200 grams, it's a fair amount of stuff. It's going to hold and bind your muesli bar type things together. Okay, there we go. So next up, we're adding 3 teaspoons of, let me just put that away out the way, 3 teaspoons of vanilla paste. Now you will find a video on my channel and on my page of how to make vanilla paste in your Thermomix. Give it a go. 3 ingredients, super simple. The hardest thing people find is how to source the actual vanilla beans. So 3 teaspoons, I've got 2 generous size ones there, so that's close enough. And there's our part done, that first section. So now what you need to do is put your lid on, and we're going to melt this down. So on with the lid. It's going to take 3 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 1. And that's just going to move that around, melt it all down, and create this beautiful kind of semi-toffee that is the base for what we're going to add to it. So once this is melted, there are some ingredients we're going to add. Now today I am adding 300 grams, I think it is. 300 grams of rolled oats to the Thermomix to be the base of my muesli bars. I want them to be predominantly rolled oats, but you could be adding your favorite seeds or a muesli. So if you buy a packet of muesli, breakfast muesli, you could use that. I would suggest though, there's a video here on my YouTube channel of how to make your own muesli in the Thermomix for breakfast. Make that, have that ready to go for breakfast, but then you can use it in this as well. So they're the sorts of things you can do. So it's going to be 300 grams of rolled oats. We're going to put some then coconut in, and that's 50 grams of coconut, 50 grams of coconut, and then 70 grams of something else. And normally I would use cranberries or sultanas, but I'm all out. So I'm going to actually use Cacao Nibs today, which are little bitey things. They're not like chocolate drops, for those of you who are wondering and haven't experienced the little nibs before. They're harder than that. So they're not like chocolate that just dissolves in your mouth. It is like little crunchy things, okay? Like a nut, Nelly, that kind of feel to it. And then the last ingredient is 20 grams of chia seeds. If you find them annoying and they get stuck in your teeth, swap them out. Just increase your coconut and your other things to just cover that. Don't feel like, if those, how sometimes they get stuck in your teeth and you're just like, oh, I don't like chia seeds, I'm over it. Don't include them. They will work perfectly fine without. In all honesty, once you've got this base, pretty much 300 grams of whatever you want. Well, actually in total it must be about 450 grams of whatever you want. So, but what I'm going to do is 300 grams of rolled oats, 50 grams of coconut, 70 of the nibs, and 20 of chia. Okay, but you could add in 450 grams of whatever. Okay, so if it's your favorite muesli mix, use your favorite muesli mix. That will work perfectly fine. There's nothing stopping you. Do that. Now I can hear that this is pretty melted. Can you guys hear it stop making sounds? No, there's two little tiny jobs going around in there, so I'll just give it a minute to finish, or 28 seconds to finish. You can see the lights up here have gone red on the top of the Thermomix. That tells us that this bowl is now hot. If there's little people in your house, not to touch the stainless steel bowl. Okay, so that's what those red things mean. While it's cooking, we can swipe sideways and look at our functions. We can even weigh at the same time. How cool is that? I love the TM6. It's just a massive step up from our other model Thermomixes. But the other ones will do this recipe just as well, let me tell you. There's just some little cool added features to the new one. All right, nearly done. If you want information about getting a TM6 on your bench, do reach out. I'd love to help you. That's what I'm here about, is inspiring you to get more out of it if you've got a Thermomix. But if you've not got a Thermomix, helping you get the information you need to see if it's going to work for you and help you get one on your bench when you're ready. All right, well, let's bring this up. We want 300 grams of rolled oats. So here we go. Fair amount of rolled oats. Now what this is going into later on is little cupcake containers, silicone cupcake containers, so that they can pop out into bite-sized pieces. It's way easier than having to cut it later. Cutting it just can make it so messy. So we're actually going to use silicone cupcake containers and push it into that. All right, 50 grams of coconut. You know what, I'm going to use the rest of my packet. It's going to be past 50, but I don't want any left. It's 60, that's all right. Okay, my Cocoa Nibs or Cacao Nibs. I don't know which one they are really. 70 grams. That'll do. And something I'm missing. Oh, my chia seeds to finish off with. So just 20 grams of those. But as I said, if they annoy you, or even if you get tummy aches, some people, they don't agree with some people's tummy, just leave them out and put more of the other stuff in. It'll be perfectly fine. Okay, so now we're going to mix this round on speed 5 for 5 seconds on reverse. Okay, so it's going to go slowly up to speed because it's hot, so it's overriding me. Just keep grinding it through. Okay, and now I've got my beautiful Varoma cupcake molds. These are actually made to go in your Varoma, but I'm going to use these today to actually put my mix in. So that's actually done. Can you believe that? That is how quick muesli bars are. The amount of time that you will save not having to stand at a stove and melt that down, you know, and the fact that you can be putting everything away and those sorts of things on the go as well. Let's see, look at that. How cool is that? We're ready to go. Looks perfect in there. So now we simply put it into here. Now it needs to cook 20 minutes at 180 degrees. That will toffee eyes, is that even a word? Create that that rice malt or honey and that butter to cook higher temperature and set, and it makes it all beautiful and golden. And then you take them out, let them cool, because if you try and eat them hot, let me tell you, number one, it'll burn you. Number two, it's just crumbly. They need to set, and then you'll be able to pop these little things out and they'll be ready for afternoon tea, morning tea, breakfast, whatever you want to do. But make sure you do give them a push down. They do need you to give them a good shove down in there, otherwise they can't stick together. So make sure you give them a good push. Sometimes, just a tip, and I don't have one in here at the moment, do I? But I normally use a cup, the bottom of a cup, to press down these to make them firm. I'm not filling them to the very top, by the way. I think that would make them a little bit too thick for my liking. But I would normally get the base of a cup or a jar. Maybe I've got a jar in here. I do. Tea leaves in it. So the bottom of a jar, just give them a push down. See that? How cool is that? There's a tip for the tip book, guys, those of you who have been taking notes. So there you go, push it down, and then they're about that high, about half the height of a muffin in the oven, and you've got perfect muesli bites for when you're ready later. I can't hold them up very well, I think they're going to fall out. Anyway, guys, give that recipe a go. I want to know what you think, because it is it's a classic. It's been around for a long time. I've modified it and tweaked it over the years. And honestly, whatever muesli you love, put into that recipe. All right, guys, have a fantastic day with whatever you are doing. Do reach out. I'd love to support you get a Thermomix. I'd love to support you get more out of your Thermomix. Share this channel with your friends and family. If they've got a Thermomix already, tell them they need to watch it and learn some tips for their Thermomixing, regardless of what model they've got, okay? Or even if it's a thermo cooker of some other version. These recipes, they can still make them, okay? Might take a little bit longer or things like that, but they can still make them. There's nothing wrong with that. Have a fantastic day, guys. Do take care. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and do like and subscribe so you can get the updates to your email account each day or each couple of days, rather than having to check in and see what's new. Have a great one, guys. Bye for now.